The hell? He's streaming twice? What the heck's going on with that?
Well, you know, it's like when I was little. It's like when I was little and I used to watch Wheel of Fortune as a little kid before going to bed. Then I found out one night that Pat Sajak actually had a late night show, and I was like, hey, Dad, I gotta see that show too. No, it's up way past your bedtime. I'm like, I'll stay up late and I'll sleep. No, it's not for kids. I'm like... So you could say kind of mess with my head a little. Hey, you know, YouTube's stream teaming, YouTube's live teams are up to some work. There's some extra buttons on Live Control Room. I'm actually curious what they do. Okay. I'd better check my stream. Actually, no, that won't do it. Okay, yeah, there's buttons in Live Control Room for insert ad, create highlight video, and add stream marker, as well as share. So it looks like they're trying to move a few features for Live Control Room into the Live Control Room setting itself, instead of having to go into your stream settings in order to modify them. Very interesting. I think I just inserted an ad break into the video after the replay by doing that. It's not going to matter anyways, because every single one of the non-gaming streams that I do on YouTube always gets demonetized. It doesn't matter how G-rated my discussion is. Monetization for YouTube streams is years behind the uploads. There's no self-certification, and basically you can breathe wrong and get demonetized. So that's not going to matter, so who cares? Might even edit that out afterwards. Stuff like that. What is up, everybody? This is Jay, aka MultimediaJay, and I'm sneaking back on here in the middle of the night to take care of the unfinished business from earlier of responding to that Creator Insider video. Now, if you're not familiar with Creator Insider, it represents just a way that YouTube thinks aloud, so to speak, about stuff that their creative teams are working on. So, I mean, there's a couple of ways when you can see exactly what YouTube is up to, and this is one of them. There's a couple other YouTube channels as well. So they're one of the principal channels that I do React content to, because every so often they'll release an update that I thought I buzzed that off. Hold on a second. No, this way. Can't get my head in the right direction. No, other way. Yeah, I gotta go back and buzz that even more. Look, just made it worse. It's like headphone hair, but worse. You know, it's like there's only one part that sticks straight up like that. I look like I got a freaking antenna coming out of the back of my head. Whatever. So here's the situation. I've been trying to buzz that down for a couple of times now, and it just isn't working out. Maybe I should go see a real barber again instead of being so cheap. Whatever, man. So Creator Insider is really awesome because it represents basically a way you can see what kind of stuff that YouTube is up to. And I just had to click Live Control Room again because it's still bragging to me that it inserted that ad way back when. It probably put it in the replay, but it's not going to matter, so who cares? This is I got to try stream markers and highlights too for a rather experimental stream one of these nights. So anyways, there's been an update for the first time in a very long time related to streaming on YouTube specifically. This is why I want to fire up debate mode, put the guy in the frame, and I have react mode now as well. So let me just talk about what I have set up here. So I am freeze framed at the worst facial expression possible because I'm an idiot. But debate mode basically is like back and forth, like it's some sort of debate. Then react mode shows the whole video. Now, what I traditionally do with these is it's basically react content, so to speak. It's my answer to react content, and I like to actually just fire back at some of the stuff they're talking about because they openly encourage feedback. And the number one thing, I wrote a comment about this on their video earlier, one of the few times I actually write comments anywhere. I think a lot of their ideas are good for YouTube, but their ideas could also be good for something else within YouTube to advance YouTube's progress as a streaming platform in terms of the features that it offers. So let's talk about something incredibly important when it comes to the way YouTube runs this stuff. YouTube, of course, has Twitch, which represents smaller but powerful competition in the live stream arena only. So they're not really competitors to YouTube outside of live streaming, and even then gaming live streaming. A lot of the quarterlies that come out actually compare game streaming specifically because that's really where Twitch really took off and how everybody's trying to catch up in that arena. But both Facebook and YouTube actually have streaming options that are not gaming specific. So on YouTube, of course, it's the live companion to making stuff here. What the? Where is my... Where'd the TV remote go? I pushed it with the cold ones. It's asking me if I want to reset my TV to factory defaults. The answer, of course, is no. Like any guy, I gotta watch where I left the remote. Whatever. At least I can find the remote. Knowing some fellas over the years that practically need to GPS their TV remote just to find out where the heck it is. So anyways, whew, that wouldn't have been good. I don't know what this TV would do if it went back to factory defaults. Maybe like go to channel 3 and just show snow in the middle of the stream. So here's the thing when it comes to YouTube versus Twitch, when it comes to looking at these creator insider updates that YouTube does. So YouTube is older than Twitch, it is bigger than Twitch, and its scope is broader than Twitch. Twitch has traditionally been a gaming-specific platform, and now they've expanded into expansion categories like just chatting. YouTube has been general purpose from the beginning. So, YouTube's also been around a lot longer as well, to the tune of a couple of years, if that counts. Justin TV technically launched in 2007, but Twitch itself is a more recent thing. It started as a gaming spin-off of Justin TV, and now it's pretty much returned to its Justin TV roots by expanding beyond gaming, but that's something else entirely. So, YouTube it is larger, it is more general purpose, and it has more of a background in this kind of stuff than Twitch does. In light of that, also, YouTube also has a very strong presence outside of streaming with videos, of course. So, it is not in YouTube's best interest to just copy Twitch, because Twitch is almost exclusively about the live streams. There's next to no real video capabilities except for if you want to use the VODs feature, but even then, you're probably not going to be supported by what little algorithms they have anywhere near as much as you'd be supported on YouTube. So it is not in YouTube's best interest to copy Twitch. They can, however, put their own take on it that works, whatever ideas they want to implement. They can put their own take on those ideas that functions better in the ecosystem that YouTube already has. Videos and streams together with premieres pretty much being middle grounds in the middle. So it's no surprise to me that there's this video called Premieres 2.0 for Creator Insider. And now we've freeze-framed this guy long enough. Let's fire up debate mode and let's just do some react content to some of these new ideas. I like the ideas. However, what YouTube could do with these ideas is they could actually apply them to other features within YouTube that will advance YouTube as a streaming platform. Let's fire up this video here.
What's up, Insiders? I'm Derek, and I work on the live streaming product team. Today, I want to give you a sneak peek into some improvements we've made to Premieres, aka...
So first order of business, laptop equipment. It's one of my running jokes about these creator insider guys is that they're representing YouTube and yet they've got laptop cameras and laptop mics. So Connor, one of the other hosts of Creator Insider, will bust out a really awesome microphone and has some pretty good cameras. So.
Premieres 2.0. Now there are 4 total things that I want to introduce to Creator Insider Nation that'll be rolling out over the next few weeks. So let's dive right in.
Timetable. That's one of the best things about this video. Because the last time I saw a Creator Insider, last time I did a reaction to Creator Insider on the live component of things, it was 2 managers that were talking about very nebulous things like creator-driven, in exposure or whatnot, which basically translated in my head as raids. So in other words, there was a raids feature somehow being worked on for streaming on YouTube. However, the raids feature was something that was just talked about. There was no timetable given, and to this day, I don't know if there's been any progress made on it.
And as a quick refresher, actually, if you're unfamiliar with Premieres, it's a product that we launched in 2018 to enable creators, artists, and publishers to turn their newest upload into a shared experience for all of their viewers.
It's the middle ground between a stream and a video, and it's exactly the sort of thing that I would expect from YouTube. If YouTube has a strong video presence and they want to expand into streaming, Premieres are exactly how they would do that. The thing is, though, I don't know if anybody out there really knows how to use a Premiere very well because it's a rather novel idea. It's exactly the sort of thing that only YouTube would make. So here's what some ideas I could think of for that. if you know for a fact that you're making one of your best videos of the year and you're bragging about it, and you're advertising it, you would have people show up to watch it when you premiered it. And it would just go through, and then that would be the premiere. People could throw supers if they wanted to. But at the same time, YouTube has had an applause feature in beta since February, which would be the same thing, like supers on uploads. And then the creators see some kind of something or another when they get some kind of reaction thing, that's some kind of applause. And then they could bring it up in a later video as well, thanks to the people who applauded or something like that. It's one of the fundamental problems with streaming versus videos right now, because one of the reasons why streaming took off so much is because people who wanted to make it into a full-time, a monetizable hobby or a full-time job, so to speak, especially the younger millennials who were limited in the kinds of traditional jobs they had available, graduating high school into the Great Recession or going to college to avoid the recession. These kinds of things, you see a lot of younger millennials absolutely running sites like Twitch right now. Some of that, I believe, has to do with just when they graduated high school or college into the recession or the slow recovery after the recession. So if they have an aversion to a traditional career, I don't blame them. And so when it comes to making online media, you had videos, which traditionally have been about ad revenue, and then you have streams, which are about the real-time engagement, the TTS, the donos, things along those lines. They're technically tips, but dono is the informal term. But you have all of these other ways in which you can, and then there's subs, tier 1 sub, there's subs, gifted subs, things like that over on Twitch. YouTube has channel memberships now as a way to counter that a bit, and you can set the tiers yourself. My channel is actually eligible for that. I've just never set it up because I've just been busy with lots of other stuff. And I already have Patreon, so it's not like someone couldn't support what it was that I did if they didn't want to, or if they wanted to. There's been a link on my channel page for a while. So we'll figure that out at some point. And one of the big things with the tiers is that it has custom emojis similar to the custom emotes on Twitch. But that would require chat that would want to use them a lot. So it's just the sort of thing where I can't imagine a lot of the folks wanting to watch what I do would actually even get involved with channel memberships if I had them. It's just something I cannot imagine right now. Gotta do some more stuff to reposition the channel to closer to what I'm looking for than this. But that's another discussion for another day. So premieres are the sort of thing where if you have a really good video, cool. The other thing that I see people do is if they stream, they take their stream audience and the stream audience goes into the premiere for their next video. And so it's kind of a way to end a stream or something along those lines. But premieres are really kind of a solution searching for a problem. I mean, throwing supers during the initial premiere of a new YouTube video. I mean, what? I mean, so throwing supers during the premiere of a new YouTube video is something I don't know. Does someone could elaborate on that for me if they really wanted to, but I think that a lot of the things that premieres do, people would rather do in a live stream. It's just the way that the streaming environment has developed. It almost seems like premieres are kind of shoehorned in because YouTube is so strong with uploads. Anyways, let's return to our debate mode and our video here. Let's continue.
Who can then participate in the conversation in real time through live chat. Now, premiering a video lets channels to schedule it for the future, letting premieres to generate buzz around the upcoming video with a shareable watch page. What we've seen with premieres is that it not only generates excitement in advance of a video debut, but also lets fans to virtually gather and enjoy this real-time shared experience together, something that I think that we can all agree is very important now more than ever. And over the past year...
Yeah, it's a slight allusion to the pandemic. Now, one of the things, too, with regards to premieres is that it has to be the best of the best that you're doing. If you're just doing your random vlog of the day, who's going to watch a premiere of that when they could just catch it later? Another major complaint I hear about premieres is that people are late or they miss something or whatnot. Now they got to wait until the entire premiere is over to go back and actually watch the video. So it's an idea that only YouTube would really come up with. But it does establish a middle ground between streams and videos. And the link between streams and videos, I believe, is where YouTube is going to go with the future of live streaming. Because quite frankly, there's too many people that are streaming way too much over in Twitch. But you got to ask over on Twitch, but you got to ask yourself how much of that is because of the culture around live streaming that Twitch has built. and the near total emphasis on live streaming on the tech side, the website design side, and all kinds of other stuff. The closest Twitch has come to expanding to after-the-fact content was their uploads experiment a couple of years ago, which was eventually shut down and walled behind affiliate status.
Creators have really leaned into live products of all sorts, including premieres. And we saw over 85% growth in daily premieres from over 8 million channels. Interestingly enough, most of these channels had never really used premieres before. So let's talk about improvement number 1. Live.
I tried it once. I didn't find it all that interesting. It's just a little countdown and the video plays. You know, I would really have to organize an event to have premieres actually amount to something. Maybe with the Wacky World of MultimediaJay or a main series thing. Okay, enough freeze framing these poor guys.
Live redirect. What is live redirect? Well, it's something that lets you put together a multi-part show experience by connecting your live streams to your upcoming premiere. And
that's awesome. This is one of the uses for premieres that streamers are already doing. I've seen Twitch streamers doing this, like, hey, everybody go to my YouTube channel. But what makes live redirect even more interesting is just what it is. This is the first step in a raids feature if the folks at YouTube wanted to apply this technology to streams other than, you know, what you're doing. So live redirect. You transition from a live stream over to a premiere of your latest YouTube video. So you're taking your audience from your stream somewhere else. Today, it's your latest premiere. Perhaps in the future, it could be another stream. Why'd I trip a Google speaker doing that? Whatever. Google's spying on me, man. Today, though, you do live redirect to your video content. Tomorrow, who knows, or whenever, you send your audience to another stream, and bam, YouTube has raids. Those of you that have been looking for that Twitch feature somewhere on Team Red's side of the aisle, so to speak, there it is. Right now, it's just going to be something with premieres, though. Live redirect. Cool idea. But it's got potential beyond what it's initially being designed for. And this is going to be a theme that you're going to see as we go through this video. That there are ideas that these folks are coming up with that could be applied somewhere else. It almost makes it seem like they're testing the technology on a small application of what they're building in advance of something bigger.
Vice versa. So whether you're hosting a live pre-show, interview, or Q&A, our goal with Live Redirect is to help you build excitement and engage your community in real time before your new content is unveiled.
Streamers on YouTube. That's the number one use I can think of for this Live Redirect. Streamers on YouTube, they already have an audience when they're streaming. That would be a rip-roaring premiere. So what this does is this lets you send your audience over to your new video. This eliminates steps and therefore delivers better results because the audience just gets sent to a premiere after the stream. Imagine if this could be chained up too. Imagine if YouTube had hosts. So you end your stream as a YouTube streamer, you premiere your next YouTube video as kind of a, thanks for watching kind of thing, and everybody's all happy and applauses and stuff like that, and then they go off to someone that you're rating, so to speak. Imagine if you could chain up the commands, so to speak, so that you go from stream to premiere to raid. Twitch can't do that. Not in a million years. They'd have to actually build a video presence first and play some catch-up. So yeah, Live Redirect. Really awesome idea. Absolutely awesome idea. But it has potential beyond what it's being designed for.
And when it's about to start, you can send all of those live viewers together to the premiere watch page by simply ending your live stream.
There you go. Now imagine if you could choose the destination or queue up multiple destinations. Raids. That's how raids will work on YouTube.
Begin rolling this out in December 2020. The second feature of
December 2020, so Live Redirect comes out this month. I hope it's a test for a raids feature because the technology is there. If you're taking an audience from a live stream to somewhere else, cool. I might actually do that. I might actually have some Friday evening show, bunch of people show up, we talk about technology type stuff, and then we go to the latest tech video after the fact. This is a cool idea in and of itself. but I view it as the first step to a raids feature on YouTube. That's something I want to see. We're talking about feature parity here between the various platforms, and this is one way to close that gap.
Update is trailers, and you might have actually seen one earlier this summer on this channel on a video that Lauren did with us. So what are trailers? Well, they let you upload a pre-recorded hype video between 15 seconds and 3 minutes long.
15 seconds to 3 minutes. Got it.
That'll be played on the Premiere watch page and when a viewer lands on it before the Premiere is scheduled to start. This can be a much more compelling experience than a static thumbnail and can get them much more excited to like the page, share it with friends, as well as set a reminder so that they get a notification when your Premiere is about to start.
And it's also another idea that has potential beyond what it's being designed for. So what this is when you have a Premiere and you haven't gone to the countdown yet, because that's the way Premieres work. You start out with the thumbnail and a little thing like, premiering in blah, blah minutes or seconds. So you can start with the Premiere. You start with the thumbnail, You start with the thumbnail and a timer's counting down to when you go to your countdown screen, 10, 9, 8, 7, then you see the YouTube video. So you have something like this. Instead of having a thumbnail with a little timer down in the lower left, you have something for people to watch. What could people on YouTube, especially YouTube streamers, do with this? Replacement for a start soon screen. Make a loop up to 3 minutes long. Previously, I've talked about YouTube has the technology through stream scheduling, which creates a stream page in advance for people to navigate to or share the link or something like that. YouTube creates a stream page to navigate to when you schedule a stream, and then it has a countdown going live and blah, 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 blah. So you do that on like a half hour's notice or something, and you use that as your start soon screen. The downside of that is that you will have just a static image. So it's going to be silent with just a picture of you. Nothing interesting compared to most start soon screens out there. But if you can put in something that loops, that can be your start soon screen, and then you get into the video as well. And by the way, for watching a stream after the fact, who really cares about the start soon screen in most cases? Because it's the same nearly every single time until it gets updated. It's like an extra long intro that is specific to the live streaming environment, and as we mentioned previously, it is a nightmare when it comes to IT, because this is repetitive, redundant video content, and in the case of YouTube, a violation of policy technically, because one of the things YouTube doesn't like is repetitive video spam content. So they don't want the same YouTube video being uploaded all over the place across multiple channels, or, and there was some activist videos that said, please download this video from my YouTube channel and post it on your channels to get the message out. That's something that YouTube does not like for obvious tech-related reasons. You don't want tons of redundant content cluttering up your systems. So this whole thing with a hype video up to 3 minutes long is a potential replacement for a start soon screen. And so what you would do is you'd have the start soon screen, essentially this thing, looping, and have it loop until it's time to start your live stream. Then you go into like an intro and you get into your stream, kind of like television almost. But that's the thing. And some streamers I know actually do that. They do starting soon, then they have some kind of intro, then they go. But the start soon screen is no longer part of the video. It's uploaded once and it's linked up. And when people watch your stream after the fact, if you do streams that have a lot of good show flow in them, like a lot of YouTubers should do when they become YouTube streamers, the start soon screen is completely skipped. You get straight into the intro, straight into watching it. It's like watching a pre-recorded television show. Boom. This is what I mean when I say that start soon screens, their demise is coming. They exist largely because there's nothing better that does the same thing yet. And I can tell you that from a tech perspective, these companies should be developing something better. It'll help with their IT operations. with what takes up what space on the servers to have one copy of an intro that's used over and over again, as opposed to literally this big 10-minute start soon screen in every single stream replay which exists on YouTube. If the operations teams involved in this haven't started going, hey, make this happen, I think they've totally missed it. This is something they should be totally looking for at this point. We continue.
In our early beta testing, we've seen some pretty incredible creative trailers from artists and creators, and we can't wait to see what you come up with to drum up excitement for your community.
Start soon screen, up to 3 minutes long. It loops anyways, so if this thing can loop, that's your start soon screen. You just put it on streams instead of premieres. And the people watching after the fact that want to catch up on what happened on the stream, bada bing, they go straight into it.
Started rolling this out this week. And now on to update number 3, expanded countdown themes. Up until now, there's only been one countdown theme available.
Yeah, and I've seen it. It's kind of like, yeah. But this is more of a cosmetic thing based on, what kind of video you're premiering and stuff. You can pick a theme for it. This isn't one of the updates I'm really looking at all that much.
And you gave us very direct feedback that this one theme sometimes didn't fit the correct tone for the content that followed. So we took that feedback to heart and are excited to introduce more than 10 new countdown themes that span a variety of different...
We need to go to react mode for this to show the rest of the screen. There we go. So you can see, you got different themes for, different stuff. And it makes all the sense in the world with regards to this because, not everybody's making the same kinds of videos and things like that. So the light, fluffy, pink globe thing that they've had all this time, it had to be replaced with something else at some point. Plus, this one in the middle looks kind of cool. It looks like something from a 90s TV show.
Content verticals, moods ranging from playful, calm, dramatic, or sporty. Creators will be able to customize the...
What about Halloween? Is there a spooky one for Halloween, or will there be seasonal ones of these that come out closer to major holidays and stuff? So if you make like a Halloween special, a Christmas special, a New Year's special, have something like this available that can, be used for a premiere around that time. It'd be pretty cool, actually. Although, I think the best thing that these folks could do, again, potential here, the potential goes beyond what's being plugged here. What if creators could make custom countdowns similar to what some streamers do, like Dr. Disrespect, who has a countdown theme at that little gas station thing that he shows? What if you could make some kind of custom countdown instead of using the pre-made templates? It seems like the logical next step once this feature was a little more established. And again, we're starting to look at this whole thing here where YouTube videos can be linked and chained together into like micro playlists and stuff. I'd like to see that idea pushed a little further to where you can chain stuff on at the end of a video as well. So, for example, you can make an end screen if you're an old channel for all those old videos that don't have end screens in them because they came out before end screens were launched. So it'll work a lot better and give people watching YouTube videos options of videos to click through. And as we know, some of them can be algorithmically generated. Keep hitting the spacebar on the wrong thing. Hope I don't crash OBS.
The length of these countdown videos as well, between 1 and 10 minutes.
A 10-minute countdown video. Okay. Wait. Let's rewind that. Hold on a second.
We'll be able to customize playful, calm, dramatic, or sporty. Creators will be able to customize the length of these countdown videos as well, between 1 and 10 minutes.
Okay, it's over. This is stopping short here. If you could do a 10-minute countdown video, then the ability to upload custom countdown videos to your account needs to be a thing, and those videos need to be linked to whatever's getting premiered. You need to be able to do that. It's like Facebook with pictures. You upload pictures, and then you want to do something with a picture, and it lets you pick from your albums. Same here. I mean, think about it. Storage of assets for YouTube videos. If YouTube could make it seamless between an intro, the main video, the end screen, and you could swap out assets or something, that would help things out quite a bit in terms of them on their IT side, because they won't have duplicate content and videos that are made kind of similar to a TV series. There's so many things that these folks could do with these ideas above and beyond the context they're currently deploying them for. Or maybe, like I said, this is to test the technology out, and then they'll expand it somewhere else. Makes you wonder.
In early 2021, these countdown themes will be available, so you can select one that best matches your Premiere vibe.
So this is, again, we're seeing a timetable here. So these are for 2021. The other stuff is for December. Nice to see a timetable instead of there's something that's being made that kind of sounds like a raids feature, but we don't know when it's going to happen. So it's nice to hear some concrete details on these kinds of things.
Let's talk about eligibility very quickly, and I'll link the Help Center article below in case you want to learn more. But to start, channels must have at least 1,000 subscribers to access live redirect and trailers.
So there's a couple of features also that are tied to that as well. So basically, this is probably a way to start with larger creators to test it so they're not flooding their systems with the new feature when it goes to everybody. It's the same thing too, channel memberships. Technically, according to their own literature, my channel is not eligible for memberships because of a lack of subscribers, but usually when YouTube rolls out these kinds of fancy features, they'll start at the top and work their way downward once the bugs are out. Same with the mouse over previews. The bigger channels got their stuff first, but now even guy like me, who's kind of like dashed against the rocks on YouTube, can have basically mouse over previews. But I knew they were coming, and that's why I didn't get too involved in wild thumbnails, because I knew wild thumbnails were being technologically countered on YouTube, which is a move I support.
Our goal, though, is to make these more broadly available in the future. For starters, trailer videos must be public or unlisted and owned by your channel.
I'd just put them all as unlisted.
So yeah, you can't use another channel's video as your Premiere trailer.
Yeah.
Also note that trailers, if played back as the Premiere trailer context, ads will not be eligible to run on them.
That makes all the sense in the world. I mean, imagine if you're waiting for this hot new YouTube video and there's this hype video going and suddenly you get a mid-roll ad for Farmers Insurance or something. You're like, oh man, come on. That's not what I'm here for. So, smart move.
But if they're a standalone video on your channel, ads will be eligible to run in that context.
So that's the important word here, is context. When they're being used for something, no ads. But if someone is like, hey, that was a cool intro, and they watch it independently on your channel after the fact, then there you go. So it's just, wait a minute though. That's trailers. Oh yeah, that's the trailer features. That's like the hype video and stuff. Okay, I'm thinking I might have missed that he was talking about custom countdowns and stuff. No. But yeah, that has to be a feature at some point later on.
For now, you can only set up live redirect between videos on your own channel.
Live redirect. That's going from stream to Premiere. So for now, you can set it up on your own channel. But here's the thing. I wonder if live redirect would just be a YouTube name for raids when they expanded this so you could live redirect to somewhere else other than one of your uploads. Wouldn't that be fun? Stream for a while. I'm just going to live redirect to this person, and it's basically like a raid. It's kind of like how, donos became super chat and stuff like that, and super stickers, supers, things along those lines in the YouTube ecosystem. It could be the case that live redirect turns out to be just the YouTube name for raids. Oh, man. If they expand it, I'll be celebrating, because they're one step away from having a raids feature. It's just going to uploads and stuff on your channel. The second you can send your audience to like another streamer or something, things are going to get a lot more interesting. Because one of the problems with streaming on YouTube right now is the UI isn't totally really all that streamer friendly. It takes too many clicks just to find live stuff, to find people live that you want to watch. So the old paradigm is still in effect. You want to start with uploads and videos and introduce yourself to the evergreen audience who then subs to you, and then maybe they'll see that you're live when they come to your channel page or something or get the notification, and then they tune into your stream. There really is even on YouTube, it's not really a good idea to try to grow as a streamer. You want to have videos that introduce an audience to you, and then they get the live notifications when they sub. But if YouTube wants to take on Twitch more directly, streaming needs to have more real estate or the ability to easily switch between videos and streams. A toggle solution is something I've been curious about for a long time. Wouldn't it be nice if I could go to my YouTube front page and hit a little slider bar to go between all videos and all live streamers? and the algorithms could populate everything up with people that I might want to watch and try to introduce me to new streamers that way. There's plenty of potential on the table here if the YouTube folks get around to it. So, again, hitting spacebar at the wrong time.
And as a reminder, very importantly, all community guidelines and copyright rules apply to premieres, trailers, and live redirect content.
Like
now,
everything
our
else.
final fourth update, last but not least,
But this one I found a little underwhelming, so bear with me.
is that creators can now schedule a premiere via the YouTube mobile app. And with this, creators can upload a video, schedule it as a premiere on the go, rather than having to do so on a desktop or laptop.
So you have to be, this is pretty much the end of the video here, you pretty much have to be 1,000 subs to get mobile streaming. So this is basically something for the mobile streamers. And I think this feature is lumped in here because otherwise you would have the mobile streamers that couldn't use this because it would be PC only. So feature parity between PC and mobile for the mobile streamers out there who may be streaming, doing IRL streaming, and then, oh, I got a new YouTube video, let's check that out, and they're on their phone. They don't actually have to go back home in order to have that happen. So it's an idea, it's a little underwhelming, but it's the sort of thing you have to launch with something like this. But again, we see the theme. Let's just play the rest of the video audio only here, because I don't know if there's, I think he just says goodbye, but just in case.
We're really excited about these features, and we hope you are too.
Yes, I'm excited about these features, and I'm excited about the potential they have above and beyond the context they're currently being presented in. I hope they're being tested for this one thing, and then they go somewhere else afterwards. Because they have even more potential when they're expanded than when they're launched.
And as always, we would love your feedback on how we can further improve and make these features more useful for you.
And that's why I'm doing this video response. Probably going to reply to my comment and post the link to this video in here or something. Or no, do an @CreatorInsider on Twitter. Could always do something like that as well. So do something like that in case there's Twitch people in the comments that are like, no self-promotion. Yeah.
Also love your ideas on what new features we should be thinking about. So feel free to leave any questions or feedback in the comment section below. Happy premiering, insiders. Keep it real.
So I often wonder with YouTube, is it a problem for this whole, if they have features that people already know about on Twitch with the same names, if there's some legal thing in there or something? Because I mean, live redirect could be the YouTube term for raids just by expanding the feature. If you can select another channel for live streams or something, or hey, check out this YouTube video, the problem is it's a one-way trip. You basically lose your audience when you do that because you're basically done. It's like a raid. So yeah, this is the sort of thing that I'm curious about. And it's the sort of thing, I'm glad there's been an update from the live team, because I haven't heard from the live team in a long time, or maybe I missed a video somewhere along the lines. But the fact that these ideas are set for December into early 2021, there's an actual timetable to this, that speaks volumes about what's going on here. And it is something I can definitely give a thumbs up about. Speaking of thumbs up, be sure to hit that thumbs up button and blah, blah, blah. No, we're not going to get into that. So that's basically it. We're at about 41 minutes or so. So I just wanted to respond to the video and have that be essentially the end of this streamy kind of weekend for me, because it's going to get ugly at the 9 to 5. And I will probably be stuck as videos only for the foreseeable future if we get clobbered as much as I think we're going to get clobbered this week. Social medias, youtube.com/MultimediaJay, twitter.com/MultimediaJay, twitch.tv/MultimediaJay, multimediajay.wordpress.com, and MultimediaJay TV on Instagram. Till next time, this is MultimediaJay signing off. Thanks for stopping by.